glowed with amazement each time it cast its rays upon her face. She had long black hair as dark as the ebony tree, with skin the color of amber and lips as crimson as the rose, that all made her beauty unparalleled to any other creature. No matter how many suitors pursued her, she was indifferent to each, for her destiny was already determined by the ancient scroll. Her duty was to find the Frog King and marry him at once or be banished forever, yet her heart dreamed of other things. Now there was a great dark forest near the queen's castle, and in this forest, beneath an old linden tree, was a well. Whenever the days were very hot, the queen's youngest daughter would go into the forest and sit by the edge of the cool well. If she became bored, she would take her golden ball and throw it into the air and catch it. More than anything, she loved playing with this ball. One day, it so happened that the ball did not fall back into the princess's little hand. As she reached to catch it. Instead, it bounced right by her and rolled straight into the water. The princess followed it with her eyes, but the ball disappeared, and the well was deep, so very deep that she could not see the bottom. She began to cry, and she cried louder and louder, for there was nothing that could comfort her. As she sat there grieving over her loss, a voice called out to her.
What's the matter, princess? Your tears could even move a stone to pity.
Oh, it's you old nasty splasher. You see, I've dropped my ball into the well.
I'm sure I can help you, but what will you give me in return?
Oh, I'll give you anything you ask for. I'll give you my clothes, my jewels, even the crown on my head.
Silly princess, I do not want your clothes, I do not want your pearls, or your crown, or your jewels. What I want is a lifelong companion. Someone who I can eat out of their little golden plate, drink out of their little golden cup, and sleep in their little bed. If you do that, if you promise me that, I will fetch your little plaything.
I'll promise you anything you like as long as you bring back the ball.
Without thinking, the princess agreed with the frog in desperation for her golden ball. All of a sudden, she realized that it may be the frog that she has been destined to find and later marry. Once the frog had her promise, he dipped his head under the water, dived downward, and soon came paddling back to the surface with the ball.
Wait! Princess, wait! I can't run like you!
He croaked as loudly as he could, but what good did it do? She paid no attention to him. Instead, she rushed home and soon forgot about the poor frog, which had to climb back into his well. Something came crawling, splish splash, up the marble steps. When it reached the top, it knocked at the door and cried out,
Princess, princess, youngest daughter, open up and let me in.
My child, what are you afraid of? Has a giant come to get you?
Oh no, it's not a giant, but a nasty frog.
Little sister, what would a frog want from you?
Well, you see, yesterday, when I was sitting and playing near the well in the forest, my golden ball fell into the water, and because I cried so much, the frog fetched it for me. And because he insisted I had to promise he could be my companion, but I never thought he'd get out of the water. Now he's outside and wants to come in and be with me.
Princess, princess, youngest daughter, open up and let me in. Have you forgotten your promise you made by the well's cool water? Princess, princess, open up and let me in.
You must remember, little one, that you have a destiny to fulfill, and you know the consequences. There is no one else for you to marry except the Frog Prince. Now keep your promise and open up the door.
But Mother, my dream is not to be married, but to travel the world and to learn and grow. That is not where my heart is. How can I marry someone who I do not love or even know?
Darling, if I could change it, I would. There's nothing I can do. You know what must be done to open the door.
Princess, help me up into the chair, please. Princess, please move your golden plate over so I may eat from it.
Here.
Dear Queen, please don't be mad. It seems my companion gets a little flustered when I'm around.
Don't worry, friend. You shall not go hungry. You may eat from my golden plate.
Paper looks delicious. Oh, I feel so tired. Princess, please, may you take me up to your chambers so you can get your silken bed ready so we may get some sleep?
The princess was not at all pleased with the frog's request. How dare this slimy creature wish to sleep in my clean bed? She thought to herself.
It is not proper to scorn someone who helped you when you were in trouble.
Follow me.
Princess, I'm tired as you are. Help me to your bed, or else I will tell your mother.
This made the princess extremely angry, so she picked him up and threw him against the wall with all her might.
Oh, you stupid frog! When will you learn that I don't want to marry you? What's a stupid scroll to dictate what I am to do with my life? You know what? From now on, I want to be in charge of what I'm gonna do, and you're not included.
Sister, what have you done?
Well, you have to understand that I just don't love him. I'm sick of my duty as a princess, and I just want to go and travel the world and be free.
However, when he rose from the ground, he was no longer a frog, but a handsome prince with kind and beautiful eyes.
Who would have thought a smash to the head would have changed me back? I thought in stories like this it was supposed to be a kiss.
Please, pardon my behavior, but you must understand that I don't know you, and I don't love you. I just want to be free. Please, forgive me and make me free of this duty so that I can do what I truly desire, which is to travel the world.
The prince began to explain that he was cursed a long time ago. A wicked witch had cast an evil spell on him, and no one could have broken the spell except the person who was destined by the scroll. He further explained the consequences that lay upon her actions.
I understand you completely, dear princess. But you see, you didn't follow the rules of the scroll, and now the spell must be cast upon you. I'm truly sorry, but you can do your world travels now. To regain your human form, however, you have to find the one that your heart truly desires. I'm glad to hear you've not chosen to be with me, because my heart has been set on someone else. For years, your eldest sister has come to visit me by the well before I was a frog, and we've built a friendship that seems to have lasted a lifetime.
When you came into dinner, I knew it was you.
And your kindness and noble heart has always captivated me. Will you become my queen, to sit at the table with me and eat from my little golden plate, to drink from my little golden cup forever and ever?
Yes!
Yes!
And they lived happily ever after.